Hello and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is just a random reading for you guys. Yesterday I did one and it was amazing, and turns out I wasn't recording or I only recorded half of it, so I feel like I need to avenge that reading from yesterday. The number 5 seems to be really important to me lately. I keep looking at the clock at 5:55. Yesterday I started this reading at 5:55. So if that means anything to you guys, 5 can be a number that indicates a little bit of conflict. I'm not trying to send out any bad mojo, but if 555 means anything to you guys, please let me know in the comment section. Remember, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, and we are going to get started. This is a reading for all signs, and it's just a random reading that I'm avenging from a Friday reading that I really felt called to read, and it was absolutely a beautiful reading. This is a beautiful deck I'm using. You can check it out in the description box below. So, Spirit, please let us know what we need to know for this random reading. Oh. Here we go. We've got the Hierophant came out and the Seven of Swords. Those are some similar cards from yesterday, you guys. And I'm not making this stuff up. I mean, you know how the tarot works and how spirit works sometimes. Messages just need to get out sometimes. All right, so Spirit, please tell us what we need to know for this random reading for all signs. Ooh. All right, so one card that has popped out is the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, let's get this started. All right. Wow, the next card is the World. Beautiful. Yes, the King of Pentacles. I love him, and I love him in this deck. And then the King of Swords in reverse. All right, we've got the Tower. All right. The Knight of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. All right, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Very interesting. This came out yesterday as well. All right, we've got the overall energy here is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles energy is earth energy. It's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, and it's all about balance. Now, juggling is an art. It takes a little bit of finesse, and it's something that you can't do forever. I mean, it's very tiring. If anybody here has ever actually tried to juggle, and some people do it as a job, and look, he's also balancing on this log. So this is in some decks, he is smiling and he's happy and he's jovial. In this deck, he's really concentrating, and I'm getting that somebody's having a little bit of difficulty maybe juggling a relationship, juggling two people, but I really get that this is actually more than juggling two people. It has to do with finances, or it has to do with health. It can be work and family. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on. Very well may be emotions as well. It may be dealing with a situation, because underneath him we have the King of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and God, I want to say Virgo, and Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy, and he's in the reverse, so it might be a bit of a volatile situation. I'm also seeing the King of Swords coming out in the reverse, so I get that this is a very emotionally very difficult situation. It might sort of open up the floodgates. It might be a time when, as things get people are crying, maybe a little bit of hysterics, all right? And I get that somebody here is really just trying to sort of keep things under control, but they're feeling like at any moment, they could drop one of these pentacles, all right, and or fall off the log and sort of lose their footing. All right, so let's take a look at these cards. Just give me a minute to look at them. Really nice. The Pentacles energy is coming through very strong. So again, this may be a reading for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, or someone with those in their charts. All right, I'm getting that somebody here, we're going to start with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is all about making a decision. Now, normally she's blindfolded. In this deck, she's not blindfolded. She's making a decision, and she looks like she is quite decided already. She may still be thinking about it, but she's definitely looking in a certain direction. This deck differs than some of my traditional decks, so you may see or hear some of my readings of the cards, and they may sound or seem a little bit different than what we are accustomed to, but I love this. She's got the yin and yang in her chest, so there's this duality. She's trying to work out what's the best decision to make, and this came out in the reverse. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, and I get that somebody isn't quite sure about what they need to do or what decision is the best decision. They're still weighing their options and still sort of juggling two things, and it's not very clear, or it wasn't very clear for them. We're getting the Tower in reverse. Now, the Tower in reverse is when this lightning bolt hits the top of the tower. Now, this lightning bolt can be, the tower can represent sort of materialism and sort of these old ways that no longer serve you. And in the upright, it can be that either somebody has brought it upon themselves, this new knowledge, they've decided they have to make a change, they're going to make a change, and they're going to burn out all of their old ways, or this old relationship has to evolve, or has to change, or they have to move on in their life. All right, we usually can't stay stuck for very long, or the universe usually doesn't allow us to continue in sort of a cycle that doesn't serve us for too long. Okay, so I'm really getting that this is in the upright. It would be that you have decided to make a change, that you've decided to burn out the old, that you've decided to move on to bigger and better things. But in the reverse, I think failing to make this decision, all right, that you're really struggling with, because you're definitely juggling these two things, whether it's people or ideas or situations, and not making this decision, not being able to make this decision, not being clear about what it is you want, what it is you need, that you're not able to move on, that you are actually sort of being stuck in this, I'm getting this sort of backwards way of life or backwards way of thinking, or you're stuck in a situation that no longer serves you, and so it doesn't really serve your higher purpose. All right, so Spirit is saying, hey, look, really there's this, you need more, maybe you need more time, but you're juggling these two things, and really you need to make a decision so you can move forward, okay? And if you do move forward, we have the World card, which is absolutely beautiful. This is completion, this is enlightenment, this is moving on to bigger and better things, taking that next step. It's getting exactly what you want. It's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous energy. All right, and we have the Knight of Pentacles, so I get that this is something that's a long time coming. I think that you were really stuck for a while. You were stuck juggling whatever these two situations may have been, work and family, maybe it's two people, a relationship, okay, whatever it was you were juggling, and you were struggling to make a decision, and it wasn't allowing you to move forward and move onto a bigger and better life. I'm getting that this is a very long time coming. The Knight of Pentacles, again, is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This is our steady Eddie. This is the person who works diligently, makes sure that he covers all of his bases, and isn't in a rush and doesn't need instant gratification, and is always working towards his goal. And this is absolutely gorgeous, because in doing so, the knight becomes king, and there is this evolution and this enlightenment, and the king has everything under his control. He has all of the wealth and the abundance. He has a family, he has friends, he has recognition, he is a father, he is married to Mother Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. Again, it's just this fruitful, abundant future. And I get that you are able to usher in this new future, being diligent, putting in the hard work. All right, not afraid of getting your hands dirty. Remember, the knight is also somebody, he spends time outdoors. He knows the right time to do things. He's studied the cycles of the earth, so he knows when the right time to plant the seeds, and when it is to plow, and when it is to harvest. Okay, so this is definitely, I'm getting a lot of cycles. There's some sort of cycle here, and there's a cycle that needs to come to a close, and in doing so, you're going to sort of reach enlightenment, but just get to, you know, a better way of life. And here we will see the transition of the knight become king. All right, in doing so, we've got the 10 of Swords. In doing so is going to be a huge release. All right, this ending is, it tends to be a little bit violent, but you're going to turn this tower upside down. So in this transition, whatever transition, the decision that you made or that you do make will bring about a new way of life for you, and all the hard work that you've put into it is really going to sort of really close the door on a chapter, you know, a chapter that wasn't working for you, or that wasn't, you know, you weren't operating or working or or being a part of a situation that was for your greatest good. And so Spirit is saying, you know, that door is going to be closed. All right, and that's going to be, you know, and that's going to be really awesome. All right, so like it's an awesome feat. There is a little bit of a warning, though, in the future. We've got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords again, and the 10 of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And the King of Swords is all about truth and all about justice and about doing the right thing. He can be a little bit coarse. He can be very direct with his speech. He can hurt people's feelings because he's not the most empathetic king. In the reverse, this is my narcissist card. So Spirit is really saying there's some narcissism, or maybe you have to, maybe whatever chapter you are closing out might be with this person, and their reaction is going to be, you know, very selfish, could be a little bit on the violent side. It could be, you know, they could get the law involved. They may say, hey, I'm going to call my lawyer. You know, I get that there might be a lot of gaslighting. I don't know why I just got this image of this message of like, you know, I'm going to call the police even though it's them who is doing wrong. So I get that you have to be really careful with this person, because I don't think they're going to be happy with you closing out this chapter. And again, I don't know if this is a love relationship or a business relationship. If it's business, you've decided to move on. They're going to look for ways to sort of to talk bad about you. Remember, this Swords is also about communication. So it could be there, you know, they might send, I feel like there's going to be a lot of mistruths. There's going to be a lot of lies from whoever you're dealing with. And when you do close out this chapter, it's not going to be easy, but you know, I think you've taken your time and you've cultivated, I think you've planned your next steps, and I feel like you've been above board. All right, so you're bringing about this ending that won't be easy, and they won't like it. And I get that, you know, this end being cleared up by the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is victory, and it's winning, and it's having everybody's support. And I get that people are going to see through this King of Swords energy. All right. And I don't think that's you. Okay. I think it's somebody else, or it's the other party, whoever we're dealing with in this situation. And they're not going to be seen as the victor. I think people are going to really see them as being petty and lying and jealous and not speaking the truth and not being fair and being vindictive. Okay, so I don't get that this is you. I don't get that you are not going to be victorious. I get that, you know, the person who, the other party in this situation is going to be seen as not winning and sort of being on the losing side of this. Okay, I'm just going to pull a clarifier really quick here with this Narcissist card, with my King of Swords and my Six of Wands. I'm going to just quickly pull some clarifiers, all right, just to see what's going on here. All right, so the first one is the Nine of Swords, all right. Yeah, that I get that you leaving, you moving on is just, it's a nightmare for this person or the other party. They're not happy about it. They liked you where you were. All right, they were happy that you were in this, I think, under their control, whether it's a boss or a group of people. All right, and here we have the Judgment coming out. Again, I get that, you know, they may end up sort of bringing the law into this. they may end up sort of trying to I get that they're just going to try to talk bad about you and say that you weren't doing the right thing, or that you were the reason, you know, things got messed up, trying to shift the blame to you, but that blame really just comes out of jealousy, and really they're not able to see their involvement or take responsibility for their actions, so that they're really going to be blaming you, because they're jealous and because they see you moving forward, and they see you, you know, they see that you've done all the work. They won't be able to touch you. That's what I'm getting. They really won't be able to touch you, but it is an energy you're going to have to deal with. Okay, the 1 is coming out, triumphant success. So I get that it was difficult for you. You were juggling, you know, these two situations, two people, what have you, for a long time, and it wasn't good for you. It was a bad cycle, but you were able to bring this cycle to a close, all right, by putting in a lot of hard work and planning into it. And you know, when you take all the appropriate steps, you'll be fine. All right, trapped in fear. Look at this. This is very interesting. I think that I get that that's actually the other party that you were dealing with. I think for a while you were as well. You didn't want to make this decision, but then the universe just sort of said, you know what, didn't allow you to keep going. And the universe doesn't allow you to stay in these unhealthy cycles for too long. Something happens. Either you are enlightened and you're like, whoa, wake up, and decide you can't go on anymore like this, or something happens. All right, and it's not just a coincidence, you guys. All right. Prosperity begins. So this is there are 2 1s here. This is beautiful, you guys. Again, look at the prosperity coming out here with all of your hard work and your planning, knowing what to do and when to do it because you're so prepared. And the Knight becoming the King here. I mean, they're just 2 blessings here. Things are really clear after a period of feeling trapped. And I think somebody else, whoever you're dealing with, might be very fearful of you moving on. But it's, you know, there's nothing but success for you. It's a very successful situation, you guys. All right, Spirit just is telling me that that Spirit is very proud of you. Okay, I'm very proud of you. All right, and then finally we have foundation and achievements coming out. That's beautiful. So again, this has to do with some sort of financial matter. The family is happy. You know, there's a beautiful rainbow in here. I think also you're very in touch with your intuition. You're in touch with spirit. Your angel guides are supporting you. And, you know, whatever you're doing, foundation and success, it doesn't get any more clear than having the King of Pentacles in the same reading here as this 4. Okay, beautiful energy, you guys. I'm just going to pull some more oracle cards. I'm going to keep this reading short because I don't want to run out of time on you guys again and not get this video uploaded and get the message out to whoever needs to hear this. That's the most important thing. All right, great adventure, take risk, venture forward. I get that you've already done that. All right, that you're right. You're this person at the front of this ship. And not everybody is comfortable with that. People fear change, and people oftentimes, not everyone, but some people don't like to see other people advance because it brings out, you know, their own shortcomings and makes them feel bad about themselves because maybe they haven't done everything they need to do. All right, the next card is uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Again, you guys, there's prosperity begins, triumphant success, foundation and achievements, uncovering treasure. I mean, if this isn't a financial windfall, I don't know what is, but there's success here. It's moving up in the job. There's definitely just, you know, family. Maybe it's buying a home. All right, this is really beautiful energy, you guys. All right, and answering the call, the time is now. All right, nice. The time is now. And finally, navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. So you are doing what you need to do. I think that for a long time you were maybe doing what other people wanted you to do, and it wasn't serving you. Yeah, and you were just kind of stuck in these old ways and not burning out, you know, the things that no longer worked for you, and not being able to sort of unchain yourself from that. And you know, it looks like now you've set off on this great adventure. You had to take a risk to bring in this sort of new era, okay, bring in this new life. And you planned, and you have what it takes, and you're doing it, and I'm very proud of you. And you know, it's important that you follow your bliss and you do it now. Don't wait any longer if you haven't done it or you're thinking about it, because beneath the surface there lies great bounty, and there are so many blessings here for you. Spirit is saying, you know, it's time to sort of drop the juggling act and move forward. You've got this. Okay, so if you like this video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave me a comment. And I love you all, and have a beautiful day.